Hi guys! Today I am talking about one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Of this year at least. Rouge Smoking by BDK. It's new-ish, was launched in 2018, and it hasn't really made a big mark in the perfume community. I think. But this is amazing. This is sensual and succulent and sophisticated and yeah, safe blind buy if you ask me. I think this review is long overdue. Nobody's really reviewed it yet, and I don't understand why. So here we go. At nightfall, the sky becomes misty, letting the red light of the mill glimpse through the window. The horns sound and the spirit of celebration comes to the city. In front of her mirror, she's getting ready and doing her makeup. It's time for beauty to go on stage. She goes towards her wardrobe, inspired by that tuxedo that will enhance her body lines. It is the Parisian glam. She knows it well, the trends too. Her bohemian style and erotic energy leaves indelible footprints on the street. She is Pigalle, beautiful and mysterious. Pigalle, FYI, is a well-known hip district or area in Paris around the Place Pigalle, and it's very well known for the nightlife and the red light district, as well as the 18th century cabaret Moulin Rouge that everyone knows. As a text from BDK's website about the Rouge Smoking so beautifully depicts, I do see a stylish but sensual Moulin Rouge kind of girl putting on her red lipstick and this kind of scent. Sensual, sweet, vanillic, cherry, smoky, fantastic date night fragrance. Really encapsulates that beautifully. Sensual, a little naughty, nightlife for sure. So the nose behind it is Amélie Bourgeois. And she studied cosmetology and then later she apprenticed under Monique Schliege, the founder of the famous perfume school Cinquième Sens. And she's also a professor of olfaction at ISIPCA. Amélie later stayed on at Cinquième Sens as a trainer and a perfumer, and eventually she moved on to found her own independent studio called Flair. Unfortunately, I didn't find too much information about Amélie Bourgeois on the internet, except that she did make some beautiful other perfumes. I didn't know before I researched for this video that she's the nose behind Menditerosa's perfumes. Another brand we discovered at Fragranze, and it was really one of our favorites. Beautiful brand, beautifully original, artistic, very special. I think I loved almost all of them. Maybe the incense one, the church one, I didn't like that one too much, but that's just not my preference. I think it's still a beautiful perfume, but yeah, so Menditerosa, if she's the one behind those scents and behind this one, she's one to look out for. I think she also did some fragrances for Jevoy and Liquide Imaginaire and Alexander J, Ether. Yeah, so some interesting creations from her. The person behind BDK is called David Benedict. So BDK, David Benedict. And he launched Rouge Smoking under the Collection Parisienne, inspired by his home city, Paris, more specifically Pigalle, the red light district I mentioned earlier. And I do really get that Paris vibe, the sensual, smoky Rouge Smoking. The notes in here are...
The top notes in here are bergamot from Italy, cherry accord and pink berries. The heart notes are black vanilla and heliotrope, and the base notes are ambroxan, cashmerean, tonka bean, labdanum, and white musk.
So it opens with the minty fresh cherry. Some people have compared it to cough syrup, but I don't get that at all. And it's that's maybe because I haven't really ever tried cough syrup. I never liked it, so I don't know what it really tastes like. But the beginning is sweeter. I have to acknowledge that. but it becomes more smoky later on. The cherry in this is not synthetic or overly sweet at all to me. The dry down is smokier. The cherry becomes more succulent and sophisticated, and you get a more opulent, sensual dry down. And I actually think that both the dry down and the opening are lovely. You can smell the cherry throughout. It doesn't develop too much, which I don't mind because I like it from beginning to end, and I like it so much I don't want it to change too much. But so the opening is fresher, a little sweeter, and it dries down to a more smoky base. I actually thought I didn't like cherry-based fragrances, but the only cherry dominant fragrance I had smelled before this one was Wild Cherry by Mancera, and that one doesn't really do it for me. It's too sweet, too synthetic, not my kind of cherry. But since I've smelled this, I want to actually try out some more cherry-based fragrances, and I actually just ordered Tom Ford's Lost Cherry last week, so I'll be reviewing that soon, seeing if it compares to this one. And I'm also curious to try out Back to Black by Kilian, which is supposedly also a nice tobacco boozy cherry fragrance. I saw someone online compare it to the juice of black cherry combined with some tobacco, and I think that's quite a good analogy. This one is a crowd pleaser, I think. I don't think many people will not like it. It's definitely not offensive to my nose, and a great date night fragrance, or a great fragrance for nighttime. It projects well, the longevity is really nice, and at the same time it's not cloying or too much, so I can even wear it during the daytime. Even during the summer, I actually fell in love with it during the summer. So I think it's an all year round kind of scent, even though I think most people will probably enjoy it more in the winter time and at night. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do subscribe and all of that, and we'll see you very soon. Before I forget, I want to still show off my earrings a little more explicitly, because I haven't found an opportunity or an excuse to wear these until today. Yeah, beauties, aren't they? Bye.